Two triangles are congruent if every single side length is the same and every single angle measure is the same. But sometimes in triangles, we're not given every single side and angle measure, so sometimes we're only given 3 things, and sometimes that's enough information to know if the two triangles are congruent. We're gonna look at which ones tell us if the two triangles are congruent. Sometimes you're given 3 different angles. So let's say you're given 30 degrees, 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. That doesn't necessarily tell you that it's going to be congruent to another triangle with 30, 60, and 90 degrees because it might be bigger, for example, with the same angle measures. So angle, angle, angle does not work. If we're given 3 different sides, for example, 3, 4, and 5, there's only one possible triangle that can be made with sides 3, 4, and 5. Even if it's facing a different direction, rotated, reflected, translated, there's only one possible triangle. So if you're given 3 side lengths of a triangle and they're the same side lengths as another triangle, then those 2 triangles are congruent. If you're given angle side angle, for example, some angle measure and then some side length and then some angle, they can only make one possible triangle. So angle side angle will work. Side angle side will work, angle angle side will work, but side side angle, let's say we have some angle measure and then a side length and then another side length. It can make this triangle, or you have that same angle measure, that same side, and that same other side length, but it's facing the other direction. Those will not work. Those are not the same triangles. So if we had 30 degrees, 4 and 5, 30 degrees, 4 and 5, notice they both have 2 sides that are the same, and then an angle that's the same, but they make 2 different triangles. So side side angle doesn't work, or if you read it backwards, angle side side doesn't work. It might be easier to remember that way. So those are all of the different combinations given 3 pieces of information of angles and sides. But something to note about side side angle triangles, if it's a right triangle specifically, so notice we have a side and then another side and then an angle, then there is only one possible triangle. So if you have side-side angle triangles, they only work if you have a right triangle specifically. Here's a summary of everything. These are the things that do work. Angle, angle, angle doesn't work, and you can remember that because you can have 3 different angles of a triangle, but you can also have a really big triangle with those same 3 angles. So that's not enough to tell us that 2 triangles are congruent. And then side-side angle doesn't work unless it's a right triangle, and we call that the HL theorem. If you're given a hypotenuse and a leg, like we were here, we were given a hypotenuse that was the same and a leg that was the same in a right triangle, then we can assume that the 2 triangles are congruent.